It's just a day filled with Green Bay Packers news ahead of training camp that starts Wednesday. Earlier today in videos, we talked about which players the Packers released, who started on the PUP, and a new wide receiver they signed. But I think we definitely just got the best news of the day. The Green Bay Packers have reached a deal on a mega extension with offensive tackle Zach Tom. The news was put out a few hours ago and states the Packers and offensive tackle Zach Tom agreed to terms on a 4-year, $88 million extension with a max value of $92 million. The deal includes a $30.2 million signing bonus, which is the largest for an offensive line of all time. Deals done by Michael Hoffman and Nate Sullivan of Sports Law and Management. This is great news. I was expecting a Zach Tom extension to happen very, very soon, and we got exactly that. If we remember a few weeks ago, we went over a report that Zach Tom was looking to get a extension of $25 million per year, and even I was on board with that. I thought that's still great value for Zach Tom. So if you do the math on this 4-year, $88 million contract, that's $22 million average per year, which in my opinion is an absolute steal. I think this is highway robbery for Zach Tom. And in 2 seasons, when Zach Tom is inevitably an all-pro at right tackle, this is going to look like an absolute steal of a contract when other right tackles are getting $30+ million annually. And keep in mind, Zach Tom was still under contract for 2025. This is an extension on top of that. So Zach Tom is now tied to the Green Bay Packers for 5 seasons all the way through 2029. And when you include the next year that he had on his contract, the final year of his rookie contract, with the next 5 years of his contract, it actually comes down to $18 million average per year, which is just insane for the caliber of player you're getting with Zach Tom. Now, we're still waiting on the full legwork of the contract to see the specifics of what every single year looks like and what the cap hits will be each year, but generalizing his contract and getting a percentage of the salary cap, the average over the next 5 years will be just 5.65%. And to reference other right tackles around the league, their average cap hit against the salary cap, Tristan Wirfs is 8.62%, Penei Sewell is 7.46%, Lane Johnson 6.65%, and again, Zach Tom 5.65%. And also looking at all the tackles around the league, looking at their average per year in terms of their deal, Zach Tom now comes in at 9th in terms of all tackles, left and right included. We see Tristan Wirfs in at 28.1, Penei Sewell, $28 million. The fact that we got Zach Tom for $22 million annually, after Penei Sewell signed for $28 million average per year is still crazy. I mean, again, I wouldn't have had any problem if this deal came out and it said 4 years, $100 million, 25 per year, putting them right around Christian Darrisaw, Lane Johnson, Laramie Tunsil, even Andrew Thomas. All that would make sense. The fact that he's below all of these guys and also Jake Matthews and Jordan Mailata is absolutely insane. Zach Tom is still 26 years old and, in my opinion, a top 3 right tackle in the NFL. And now he's tied with the Green Bay Packers all the way until 2029 when he's going to be 31 years old. Zach Tom has his prime in front of him, and I think he will definitely become an all-pro offensive lineman as soon as next year. In the video going over the rumor that Zach Tom wanted $25 million annually, I created a chart comparing him to other tackles around the league in their last 3 seasons, all of which are paid over $20 million average per year. And you could see the comparison here. Zach Tom has allowed 7 sacks the last 3 seasons. That's less than Tristan Wirfs. That's a lot less than Juwan Taylor, who also makes over $20 million. He's allowed 8 quarterback hits, which is the same as Tristan Wirfs. He's allowed 77 pressures, which is less than Penei Sewell. He's also had a 2024 run blocking grade of 87.8, which is the second highest among all these guys, above Lane Johnson, above Tristan Wirfs, and above Juwan Taylor. So again, I fully believe Zach Tom is a top 3 right tackle in the NFL, and the fact fact that we just got him for $22 million average per year, I think is an absolute steal. I was thinking that's what the Packers might have to pay Rasheed Walker if they're going to bring him back on this roster, which again, who knows if that's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait and see. I don't think that is an extension that would be coming before the season. I think if there's going to be an extension at all for Rasheed Walker, it's going to be after the season. But again, I highly doubt that's going to happen. I think they view either Anthony Belton or Jordan Morgan for the future at left tackle. And now we have Zach Tom, Anthony Belton, Jordan Morgan tied with the team for at least the next 3 seasons, 4 if they accept Jordan Morgan's 5th-year option when that time comes. So now the next course of action would be to possibly extend Quay Walker, work on Elton Jenkins' contract situation right now. Obviously, that's still a problem, but I'm so glad the Packers now got the Zach Tom extension out of the way. We don't have to worry about it. He's locked in for 2025. He is by far the best offensive lineman on this roster, and he quite literally can play any position. So years down the line, if the Packers really need a left tackle for some reason, Jordan Morgan doesn't work out, Anthony Belton doesn't work out, Zach Tom could go play left tackle, and a $22 million left tackle that he'd also likely be all pro at, that's an absolute steal. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. I'd be really surprised if anyone is upset at this extension. If it was upwards of 27, 28, maybe to $30 million average per year, I'm sure some people would be a little bit annoyed at that, but I don't know how you could be annoyed at $22 million average per year for one of the top right tackles in the NFL, and in a couple years could even be the best right tackle in the NFL, if we're being honest. But I really appreciate you guys coming by to the channel. Tons and tons of Packers news today. Finally, football's back. We have new things to talk about, and training camp is right around the corner. So go click subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications. Training camp is Wednesday. We'll have camp highlights, camp takeaways, all that here on this channel. You won't want to miss it. Go and click subscribe. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.